All right, Lauren, thank you. Well, hundreds of people waiting to get their COVID-19 vaccine have had their appointments canceled. Officials with the Baltimore City Health Department say some appointments have been overbooked, causing frustration. WMAR 2 News' Mark Roper is at the live desk this morning with details on who was affected by this overbooking. Mark?
Good morning, Ashley. Well, anyone scheduled for their first dose of the vaccine at the Baltimore City Community College mass vaccination site will want to double check and see if they still have an appointment. Baltimore City Health Department officials say hundreds of appointments for people to get vaccinated this week in Baltimore City had to be canceled. The appointments being canceled are all for the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine at the Baltimore City Community College mass vaccination site. So if you were supposed to get a second dose on a certain day, your appointment is still good as scheduled, but hundreds of other people waiting to get their first dose of the vaccine will have their appointments canceled. So if you're one of those scheduled for a first dose in Baltimore City, double check the status of your appointment. Making matters more difficult for health officials, these cancellations in Baltimore City come at a time when they are trying to convince people to get the shot. Inequities in health care, as well as mistrust of the vaccines by people of color, have hampered vaccination efforts in some communities. And it's why Governor Hogan was in Baltimore on Friday to launch his GoVax COVID-19 vaccination outreach campaign to encourage more Marylanders to get vaccinated.
That day is coming, but the only way we get there and the only way we bring this pandemic to an end is through these safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines.
I can take the vaccine, I can get the virus, I can get sick, I can die, I can spend the rest of my life in my house. Given those options, there was only one worth taking.
Now again, anyone scheduled for their first dose of the vaccine at the Baltimore City Community College mass vaccination site should check to see if they still have an appointment. Now, City Health Department released a statement stating officials are trying to figure out how the overbooking happened and how to prevent it from happening again.